Hail and well met, and welcome to Tarkadia Rising, a Pathfinder tabletop campaign. I am your Dungeon Master, and I am here to welcome you to Tarkadia. Unfortunately, the first 15 minutes of the stream was lost due to a technical error on the DM's pod, and I will recap you on all the information you need to know to follow in the footsteps of our players. First off, the land of Tarkadia. Tarkadia is a land of color, where color is power. Governments and peasants alike have grown accustomed to cities and nobilities representing specific colors based on their nations. If you are someone of importance, you wear your colors of your lord and lady. If you work for the city, you wear the colors of the city with pride. This has created a great divide between commoners and rich and nobility. Those granted the boon to represent the city have been nicknamed the Chromafolk by those without title or land. Many Chromafolk are responsible for everyday activities like real estate, banks, military, and travel. Commoners see color as a luxury. Anything bright and vibrant means that it is a threat or someone with power. The adventurers who are in this campaign are born with no loyalty or obligation. They only care about getting gold from odd jobs around the Seven Nations. For one reason or another, they have had the fortune of gaining work permits in the Davonborough's capital of Black Iron Docks, a city of green where money and shady deals are all too common. From the local Adventurers Guild, they have been asked to fulfill a job for a city baron named Naggart Bloodheart, a well-known dwarf trade tycoon with the self-proclaimed title of archaeologist. Our 7 heroes are Grizz, the gnome barbarian, Pfeiffer, the dwarf alchemist, Homier, the dwarf wizard, Trin and Muncho, goblin brothers, Trin being a goblin bard, and Muncho the rogue. The adventurers spend most of the first 15 minutes talking about odd jobs and information about the city. The city's color is green, the main exports being raw materials, fish, and lumber. Many of the races represent high mountain folk like orcs, dwarves, humans, and goblins. Naggart Bloodheart himself, they found information about him located inside of the Pearl Villa, the utmost echelon of Davonborough, and its high rich nobility. The personality of this man, he is a rough dwarf. You can tell that he worked his way into power unlike most who were born into it. He can be a stern man with a short temper, but can also act like a father to those who wish to charm or threaten him. From there, the heroes are going to begin this session entering the man's mansion. Unfortunately, some conversation might not make sense due to the loss of audio, but in future episodes, hopefully that will be cleared up. And with that, the adventure begins. It's... That's what happens when, for some reason, Twitch, I didn't have it actually playing, I just changed the thing and I closed it, and I was like, I'm gonna play now!
That's autoplay.
Oh, it's because it's background audio, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I thought I had it muted, but I didn't. But it's again, I can salvage it.
You can see yourself again.
Yay.
I mean, it's probably...
Anyways, recap for anybody that had to deal with the double audio. Yeah. Essentially, group gets together, they're gonna go do a mission, and we'll be good.
Bark.
Bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
Bark,
Bark,
We're
bark,
in a
bark,
carriage.
bark, 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 bark. Was that Alpha? Bark, 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 bark.
Samjewski.
You smell a cat? Bark, 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 bark.
So, you get to the mansion, and it is inside of what they call the place that I have written down. I totally forgot the name of it. This is why I wrote this all out ahead of time. Where are you here?
Are we there yet?
The Pearl Villa. A lot of very bright white kind of house buildings. Anything like... How do I describe it? It's
like
not...
P-U-R-A?
Like pearl as in like...
Pearl Villa.
Purr. I don't know if it's the fan or if I'm slurring the night or something. I haven't drank anything yet. But, yeah, so the Pearl Villa, it's like a lot of white homes, a lot of mansions. Everything's super clean. As soon as you leave kind of like the middle of the road, like you can see street sweepers and everybody's well dressed and there's guards everywhere. It's definitely the tinsel town of the Iron Docks, or whatever we call this place.
It's the Iron Docks.
It's the Iron Docks,
The
yeah.
Black Iron
Iron Docks.
Black
Even
Iron.
though they have Purraville.
Yeah, it's big. Very much in contrast.
Nobles are very, very uptight with what they say. Anyways, they go inside of a large mansion. This place is heavily guarded. A lot of orcs and larger humans with purple regalia on, with a lot of green highlights to signify that they stand for their lord over the country, which is a very, very, very rare thing to see, considering that a lot of people are country over barons. But these people are more loyal to their patron than they are the patriarchy. So you pull up and you get to the front of the thing. The human steward opens the door, shuffles you in, and a couple of guards are standing right outside ready to escort you in.
This place looks ugly. Need some mud.
Trying my best to ignore the goblins behind me.
I kick some dirt onto the stairway.
I pull a small potion out from my bag. So I try and like drip it on the ground, see if the dog
Bark!
drink it.
Work, work!
Now I'm paranoid that this thing is double audio,
Right.
which pisses me off.
The dog, but
Good,
like,
good.
You could always test it, right? By just like
Well, I'm watching the levels right now. That's the problem with live content. You don't know when things are gonna fucking break.
Yay.
I mean, you just always assume you're gonna break.
Yeah.
It's real true.
Like my table.
Well, I guess I'm gonna follow.
The most electrifying move in sports
person
entertainment
N
history.
All right.
the guards
Yeah. Or yeah, go where they lead me.
lead the way.
Alright,
Yeah.
so they start shuffling you in, and you're going down a beautiful hallway with a lot of
Do they let dogs in?
in this case they're letting the dog in.
Alright,
They're just
cool.
someone sweeping up
I'm just
behind
riding
the
the dog, and then is there chandeliers?
Let
Is
me
that-
get
is
to it!
Okay.
I was describing the
Oh, that's
hallway.
High vaulted ceilings?
Yes. So you open to a beautiful hallway full of vases and beautiful, like, large canvases with chandeliers with brightly lit candles of different colors. And then you have
Try and keep that pole down.
a statue of a dwarven man standing with, like, a spyglass looking towards the sea. As you can kind of walk towards the, it kind of goes forward for a bit, and then you have a statue, and then it's a rounded hallway around it, and it goes forward again.
Hey, Tramp. I bet that's Margaret.
Buffart?
Yeah, I bet that's Margaret Bloodfart.
Ah, okay, Buffart. Okay. You let me know if my pole starts hitting things.
You let me. So oblivious.
Because I could just like keep rolling for the pole if you want me to do that too.
Roll for the
So-
pole.
The way
That's
that
how high the ceiling is. You don't have to worry about it.
the way the steward is kind of guiding you through, he's kind of like having you guys weave around the pole.
Good at his job.
I do a great job following that line.
Every now and again, you do hear kind of like a tink,
Yeah.
and then one time you do hear kind of like glass shattering behind you.
Imagine like turning around and like hitting another one.
My chandelier!
My
You just see like a steward like in the back, like going with a beautiful like looks like crystalline like pile of mess.
Okay. So yeah, we're all following you
Okay.
without
So-
objection.
With beautiful scenes out of the way, he takes you to a door, and he says, "Remember what I taught you? Be respectful. If you get this job, it will pay very, very well. Trust me." And he opens the door.
Wait, what do you want us to call him again?
And he
Baron
shoves
Buffart.
he kind of like
Baron
escorts you
Buffart.
in, and then closes the door behind you. And you just hear a, "Oh, they're screwed."
Baron Buffart.
Baron Bloodfart?
Buffart.
Bloodfart. Okay.
So inside is a table with 5 chairs, and then on the other end, on the far, kind of like how we're sitting now, at the very far end is a man sitting there with a nice like bottle of red wine, sitting there sipping. Well met. I see that you are the adventurers I hired specifically for this mission. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
He's
Oh, Margaret, it's been so long.
He's a dwarf.
Hey, Trent, I called her. That's Margaret.
It's been such a long time. Do you remember that time at the racetrack, the dog races?
No, Trent, no. We've never met this guy before.
Oh,
It's fine, it's fine. I know that all of you here are wondering to yourself, why the strange company and why the choice of stature. You see, I'm a man who respects
Pork.
our
Pork.
lineage. The tall people of these hills do not respect us of smaller size. We need to stick together, and that is why I specifically hired you all for the job, and not just for the fact that I need you to break into someone else's house.
Damn straight, death with all the tall. Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Bark, bark, bark.
Nice. I'm listening.
Nice.
You see, let me introduce myself first.
This is Margaret Bloodfart.
Someone tape his mouth shut.
This is Margaret Bloodfart.
Aye. Okay, point taken. Sorry. Go on.
I just think there's a cat in there.
Like I was saying,
There's a cat.
I am Baron Nagrid Bloodheart, self-proclaimed archaeologist and proud tycoon of this empire. And I have found out that an enemy of mine, the dastardly Blockthar, the orcish adventurer, has found a treasure before me. Me!
How dare you?
You?
But
Me!
Right.
He's like face to
That's
face with you now, and you can just smell the earth and hard work of this man, and just the power he can just exude from his
What's his name again?
Nagrid.
Butt fart?
Blockthar?
No, the orc's
The
name.
orc's name.
Can't remember now.
It was butt fart. It was butt fart.
Blockthar.
Butt fart.
Blockthar. You see, Blockthar. I'm gonna double write that name. Double
Block
check.
fart.
Wait, was that a made-up name off the top of your head that you did?
Yes.
Block
Hell
fart.
yeah. That was good.
No, I already,
See, Wayne?
I already marked it off as
He does
like,
good names.
terrible names. I've got my 2 columns here: terrible names and names Dusty came up with. And Dusty,
Now,
all the same. Basically.
Google Docs. It's not gynecologist. It's archaeologist.
What?
Stop.
It
It's
is
like a
butt fart.
gynecologist for like mountains, you know. It's like you're
Depending
like
on the age.
I mean,
age of the mountain.
Wait, what?
So,
butt fart?
so continuing on with the adventurer motif, he's kind of just talking. He's kind of starts rambling on like an old man. He's just, you see, I am the most renowned of archaeologists in this city, and if a competitor has found something of such great value, it will diminish my reputation. And my reputation thrives in archaeology. I may be known for being a baron of mountaineering and adventure and the mineral deposits that we own inside of this city, but archaeology is my soul, and if someone else is taking credit for finding stuff on my land, and he's just kind of like,
Since he's
I would really like
archaeology, there's butts?
I would really like it if you could reclaim what belongs to me. And in return, you will be able to wear the colors of this nation and this house. With no obligation whatsoever.
I subtly take off the purple armband I had already been like starting to put on and like put it back in my pack before he noticed.
That's what you would say. I just take up all my clothes in preparation for the new attire.
What? I was already ready.
Wait.
Ready for my
wait,
new
wait.
clothes.
So we're gonna be doing work for you, but we're not gonna be able to wear your colors in a way to show that we represent you. Or is this?
Listen, dwarf. This is gonna be a stealth mission. We don't want them to know who we represent. This is a subtlety kind of like espionage kind of thing. If we walk up to this black guy's house with Margaret's colors on, he's gonna know what's up.
He said it was on his land. We need to be able to make sure we can get through all of the different securities.
Yeah. Okay. So we can wear the green, but I'm telling you.
We got something with
This is a delicate situation.
We
If
gotta flash it. We flash it.
As a competing archaeologist, we gotta be subtle here. Otherwise, they're gonna see us coming from a mile away, and security's gonna be even tighter. I'm telling you.
You should really listen to brother. He's a smart one.
I've done jobs like this in the past.
Anyway, about those colors.
Yes. So he is right. Strangely enough, this goblin is right. If you are caught
Be
inside,
quieter when you say that he's right.
I told you so.
Say what you said.
Nice.
would you not interrupt a baron, you swine?
But
Yeah.
interrupting the Baron, goddamn.
I don't know what your name is.
Oh, sorry, Marvin.
Like I was saying,
Did you just laugh at you?
I don't even think you guys can keep your mouths shut for 5 seconds to do a stealth mission. I heard you were the best at what you do, goblin.
What do we do?
I mean, apparently, if you've heard of me, I guess I'm not the best at what I do. But hey,
Money talks.
that's true. I mean, obviously, I've done good work for good people before, and I come highly recommended. But you'd never know what jobs I did. So let's put it that way. Hey, I can get the job done. Yeah, I got you, Margaret. You good? You good?
Baron, please. Anyway, yes, I cannot have you wearing my colors if you are stealing from a competitor. If you are captured, you said that this is for your own benefits and nothing more.
Hell yeah, it is.
If that comes to it, I will find a way to break you out, and we can call this mission a wash, and I will find another group to do so. But until then, you will unfortunately have to be uncolored swine. No offense.
Is there any kind of code word we can say to your men to make sure we can be where we need to be?
No, I'll take care of everything.
What is the
Fair enough.
thing? What is the thing that he found?
You see, it's a tooth, but not like a normal tooth. It goes to a rare and prized species of dragon that we have not heard about for millennia. Only small stories tell about this tooth, saying that it can draw upon the magic of the land to enrich the soil. We haven't figured out, well, my competitor and my spies have not been able to figure out how exactly it will work. But being a part of a rare breed of dragon has its upsides.
What kind of dragon?
Yeah.
That's what I would like to find out. They don't have the resources necessary to find the historical. Essentially, I need to know where it came from and have it so I can use it to find the rest of the corpse to determine if we can find the body. I have some scryers that will be able to work under my name. We can use it to point the location of where the rest of the body is, dig it up, rebuild it, put it inside of my personal collection, and maybe figure out what it does, but mainly for my collection. But
Fair enough.
I'd be like, just try killing the guy.
have you never dealt with court espionage before, sir?
Train is a no-go.
Have we?
Baron, with all due respect, you're asking that of a goblin.
This is a valid question. Have you dealt with it before?
He hasn't. No, Train.
SPN what? ESP? What's
We
ESP?
don't get SPN. Don't worry about
Oh, okay.
Baron, my same question still stands.
it. Train, don't worry about it. No, listen, dwarf. We got this.
I'm
Train's my
only
backup. I got
asking
this.
you to look into an object, where it may lay, and who may be there, is entirely based on what you may do and what you may not do. If someone may accidentally get attacked by a band of burglars that may or may not be related to me, I cannot give you yes or no in that situation. But if by chance Luckthar has accidentally been stabbed by a 10-foot pole owned by a goblin, I'm not hurt. He still might be better.
Can I get that in writing?
No.
So the
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The ultimate goal
Well, here's
is
the five
to
foot goal.
get the tooth. Anything beyond that, you don't get fucked up.
No. And don't come directly to me. Just put in a request to the Adventurers Guild saying that your undescript mission towards me has been complete, and we will proceed with the same process we did before. How does that sound? If you decline this offer, I may have to remind you that I will have to make you unhireable throughout the city, and you might have to leave the country as a whole.
Ha!
Are we even part of this?
I
kind
thought
of-
you were serious. Okay. Well, I guess this affects you. That affects you guys. But I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna take the job, but yeah, those kinds of threats don't mean much to me. Just so you know.
We got our cave.
Yeah, we got our cave. We got our means of getting jobs. But I mean, hey, that's fine. if you're gonna start laying down threats right at the beginning of the job, that's cool.
Well, you see, I'm in control of your fates now. I didn't want to be so forthright about it, but
Yeah, that sounds an awful lot like a threat. And I pull out my sword. Not in a threatening manner, but just like, out.
from underneath the table, he puts down a flintlock pistol and points it right at you. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Let's play.
I mage hand, and I point the gun slightly over to the side.
Well, I think Mage Hand can be seen though.
It's underneath the table.
Then he just put the gun on the table.
Oh, I thought you said underneath the table.
Yeah, it's on the table.
Pull it
pointing
out
at
from
it.
under the table onto the table.
You can see he's struggling with your mage hand, but he's keeping it.
Look, I can't speak for these two. Honestly, like, we just met. I have no connection to those two. I will happily take this job. Do you have any info of like where the
Gnome's our cousin, by the
tooth
way.
is inside the place? Blockars?
Blockfart.
Yeah,
Block fire.
whatever. Yeah. Do you know where the thing is? Do you
Of
know?
course, he doesn't reside, luckily enough, in the Pearl Vale, or wherever we are at. I can't remember the name of it offhand because I'm really bad.
Pearl Villa.
I've had too much
Foot
of the
village.
good kind of wine before you got in.
I can understand that.
You see, he's in the middle class area inside of one of the high-rise complexes. He does have a mansion, not as good as mine, and his guards may not be as good as mine because I bought them all off with bribes, but he still has people patrolling. I do believe the last time I was in there for a friendly visit, air quotes, it's going to be on the second floor inside of his library. As far that where that is, I wasn't paying attention because you see, I was too busy trying not to compliment him on any of the good art he has. Because if it's good and it's not in my collection, it's not good. You all understand that, right?
So if we were to say take some of the art that's good that's currently not yours and make it yours, do you get like an extra bonus?
We'll see about the art and how well it holds up between travel.
Okay.
I'm imagining these are being very large, so that's.
Well, vases can be
Art is
small.
large. It can be small. art. It can be a puzzle.
So like, yeah, so if we bring back some like good trinkets that are worth some of your archaeological expertise, we get paid for those too. You saying?
It could be a bonus to the adventurer's contract.
All right, cool.
Is there anything that you could tell us about
Blockfart.
Blothar?
He sits there and he kind of swirls his wine for a second. Argonian red. Have you had any Argonian red from the southern lands?
Blackwash.
I stick to ales.
You're missing out. It is quite delightful, my dwarven friend. You see, it's rich and palatable, unlike our orcish friend. He is a brute. He is very antisocial. He is a man who has come to power not by choice, but of uncooperative marriage.
Not only do
And-
they judge by color, but they also judge by race.
I'm a baron. I don't care about race. All I see is money and people below
Also,
me.
dwarves are pretty racist.
I
It's okay. Funny story, when I was writing the campaign, I wrote down, instead of chroma folk, I put colored folk.
Oh my God, Dusty, no!
Love it.
Dusty, no!
Because I was just typing it out and went, nope.
No, Dusty.
Does not work.
Delete. Delete.
But my mindset wasn't towards that, so I reread it and went, oh no.
I know.
Oops.
Dusty, no.
Oh, big oops.
Big oops.
Big oops.
Big oops. It's funny because it comes in a place of innocence, and then later it's just like, oh, I fucked up.
Oh, God.
Either way, this dwarf is very racist.
Yeah, he's rich.
And colorist.
So,
Some of that.
my steward has a map of the location of the building. We don't have the architectural blueprints. But, good news is, you have time to explore. And isn't that what we all enjoy most? The exploration and having other people explore for you.
I'm like already standing up.
The money is better, but
Sit
sure.
down.
Okay.
Anyways, with that, my steward will take care of you. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye and good luck. And he stands up and leaves.
Bye, Margaret Bloodfart.
Later, Bloodfart.
See you at the next dog race.
Yeah.
Wait, he left it?
He
I
left
already
what?
grabbed this.
The wine.
Oh, the wine.
I already put it in a vial and it's in the
Sloppily.
No, I'm an alchemist. I was with precision.
You know, do some dexterity on that.
Okay.
Do you have the aid of a funnel?
No.
You just free
You
ball.
gotta pour
Just
fast. You gotta pour fast.
free handing that.
It was like, yeah.
Pour fast.
I would hope that.
Did they use funnels?
Alchemist?
funnel?
I would hope so.
A little bit of backsplash.
Maybe
on
they
it,
just
but
like
you kind of
dip it into
cork
the
it up and you shake it up.
pot
Like,
and then pull it back out, like wiggle it a couple
It
times.
tastes a little
Cork
bit
it.
of flesh.
Yeah, I definitely licked the side
It's
of
not
the
your palate. It's very fruity, very, you know.
Little Constitution save.
Yeah, he's like, that's not it.
You just take a little sip and then all of a sudden you just, what is it, like SpongeBob when he takes like a taste of Gary's food and he just shrivels up.
That's like honesty.
Alright, so the steward comes back in and he rolls out kind of a map of the area and he shows you kind of the location of the Barren Thing. It's about half an hour on foot from this location down to the lower part of the city where the kind of upper middle class live. It's a larger mansion. It's let me actually take a couple minutes to draw the bottom floor. Unfortunately, camera won't be available.
You just have to believe it's gonna be great.
You gotta believe.
Believe it.
Anybody want candy while I'm up?
Gotta believe.
Get it.
Hit a cat.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
Twix, M&Ms.
Put it on camera.
I'll take a Twix, please.
It's on the camera.
Twix, please.
Twix, please.
Thank you.
Kitty candy.
Money, please. Daddy,
Money, please.
Exactly.
That
Mona
Parks and
Lisa.
Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Parks and
Yeah,
Rec.
Mona Lisa.
That's right.
Mona Lisa Saperstein.
I love her.
You do that. You knocks all the time. The voice of
You sheep.
the sheep in Zootopia.
And Shelly.
That would be a better name for not a sheep, but like a hermit crab. Oh my god, it's Shelly. Hello, I'm Shelly.
You guys ever seen an old like little stop motion thing? With
Yeah,
the,
that's right.
Oh.
Oh.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I
Uh-huh.
thought I was gonna
Yeah,
ask if
the shell with the little shoes.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was her.
Oh my god, that's
I
so
love
funny.
those.
So adorable.
Oh.
What is her name Shelly?
Yeah.
I think her name is
Oh,
Shelly.
it's
Yeah.
definitely Shelly. Shelly the Shell.
Okay. Sorry.
Ah,
And
like
I
crap.
remember
Ah!
And then Ben Schwartz.
Okay, yours. So good.
I saw somewhere that he's doing like the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog for some new
What?
animated thing soon.
Oh,
The
the live
movie.
action where Jim Carrey's gonna be Robotnik.
What?
What the fuck?
Yep. No, it's
Well, you say live action,
it's
but it's
gonna
more
fail.
like CG kind of. Wait, live
No,
action, like
wait.
them in costume.
It's Sonic. There's no way it could fail because Sonic fans are Sonic fans.
Yeah.
I think I've told you guys about Sonic Girl, right?
Yes. You have.
I told this. Okay, Sonic Girl is terrifying.
No! No!
No.
What's with the puppy?
You know, Kaz, you don't have to lay right in the middle of where everybody's at.
There. Out of camera again.
I feel really bad that like the first probably about 10 minutes were echoey because I was keeping an eye on chat and they're like, all right, it's echoey. I'm leaving. Bye. I'm just like, oh.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, but I'll try my best to fix the audio. If not, I'll do a TLDR. Where did I put that bag of? Ugh.
I feel like maybe if you have like Twitch being open, like when you found like have like headphone in.
I was thinking about
Beginning.
doing that, but you know how panicked I was, or not panicked, but just flustered earlier because of the whole table.
Panic is good. Yeah. It's good. Now you've got this perfectly good table and this perfect.
And it's perfect. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the other table or try to repair it or whatnot, but
Reparo.
What's that spell?
might be
beer glass.
Repairs.
No, I mean the one that she uses on the glasses.
I think it's Oculo Reparo.
Oculo Reparo.
Also, like, we watched the second movie recently, and, like, when they were attacking spiders, like, the name of the spell was, like...
Arania eczema.
Yeah, Arania eczema. And it's like, is that specifically a spider-killing spell? Like, that is a very... like, who invented a spider-killing spell
That's actually very believable, though.
Yeah.
I can believe somebody would just make a spell that's specific for those spiders.
Like some bored wizard who was sitting
No, as in
around-
like some like freaked out person who's like, afraid of spiders. Just like,
And they
fuck a
didn't want-
spider.
and they didn't- And unlike Barty Crouch, they didn't want to go around like using the fucking killing curse to kill spiders. They're like, no, I want a specific spider killing
like, I don't
curse.
want the
So I'm
word
not,
kill.
so I'm not using the unforgivable curse to kill
Right,
spiders.
I don't accidentally murder my
Yeah,
family.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I miss, and there goes the person behind the spider.
Mommy, there's a spider on me. Avada Kedavra.
Billy, no!
Avada Kedavra! It's just like it misses, just gets a
Avada
plant.
Kedavra.
Did we have a mini for you?
Oh, I need one. What was I using last week?
Oh, I can use one of mine.
Question mark, child.
Meow. Oh wait, so we're just not getting into an encounter basically?
We're just moving around the place.
Okay. I might have to leave a little early.
Here's a flail. Can I just be the foil?
Sure.
It's a me.
So yeah, I don't know if I can stick around until 9.
That's fine. What time is it now? 8?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, we'll start this and then depending on.
Yeah, I think like maybe 8:30. I'll probably have to head out.
That's fine. That'll be enough to get in.
Yeah. Sorry.
Unacceptable. Respect your family.
You think you can play one?
Huh? Yeah,
Nice.
because I put on a person.
Somebody handcuffed you to a chair. Oh, nice.
It's like
To
almost
this folding
appropriate.
chair.
That's okay. You can just take it with you.
So, if you guys want to, you kind of are escorted to kind of like you're dropped off a couple blocks away from the mansion. You see the mansion up front. Let me see if I can get
How many stories is this mansion?
3.
God damn
50 stories, man.
Wait, 50?
3.
Oh.
Who said 50?
it. I was the dumb one.
Just being an asshole.
I literally didn't hear him too. So I was like, wait, what?
I can?
Wow, adventure.
Oh god, it's an earthquake.
Oh no.
Jesus.
What's happening?
I'm getting a shot of the manor layout. So that's what it looks like, and we'll draw in more in a minute.
Oh my word. That is my penis.
You're trying to think of something more subtle.
That is my.
See where my hand is. Like, Jesus, if that's really the case.
That's
Yeah,
what called third leg.
I can confirm.
Can confirm.
Can
Third
confirm that is genitalia.
I lost
Wait.
a leg once.
That's-
Replaced it with penis.
Wow.
Yeah, next time definitely board cam will be a thing.
Anybody like some water while I'm up?
If you start asking for things in that format, I'm never giving you anything ever again.
No.
Daddy, chips, please.
Oh god.
Oh my god!
No.
Sorry, I took it too far.
I'm sleeping on the question.
Thank you.
But that's where we already sleep. Yeah, you did good.
Did it.
Father. That's not. No, that's not even close.
Oh no.
Papa.
Should just put him in the garden or something.
So
I love mosquitoes. Oh, Jesus, that was, wow. Thank you.
Good job.
I'll get that.
No, my mace! Or my flail. It's not my mace.
My Macy flail.
There's 2 cards.
yeah.
They're twinsies.
And like usual, that is
Window, right?
doors.
Couch? Oh.
Couch? It's a fireplace.
Oh,
Couch.
there you go.
Window will be
One person couch.
will be you, and like a you, and then
Like a you.
I like you so much.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Oh, they're the couches. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
the asymmetry.
No, it's
Asymmetry
the
is bothering me.
type places.
Damn.
and then they just kind of like drop you off and like good luck.
Cool.
Any information you would like to know about your current situation?
Are there any gutters?
What?
Like drainage pipes along the sides of the buildings?
Not gonna do that motion on camera.
Roll for it. There go my perceptions.
That's a good roll.
Yeah, it's a 19 perception.
So looking at it, you don't see anything that you would commonly use to either get up to the second floor or use to climb. No gutters, no trellises, no like balconies, no decorations. It's a pretty smooth stone surface. Recently
Refurbished?
not refurbished,
Renovated?
but like kind of they've redone the sealant for the brick. I think it's like mortar.
Okay.
So they remortared everything, so it's very smooth. There isn't any good places to like handhold. There are windows on the first floor. There are 2 guards sitting here and here.
Time of day.
It is mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Oh, the perfect time for a heist.
how high up is the second story windows?
It's about
10 feet or less.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd say about 11 at most, depending if there's a balcony or not.
Okay.
Before we get started, I'm gonna need to know your guys' name so that I can
Oh.
actually.
Goblin 1, Goblin 2.
Okay, so way outside.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, so way outside of earshot of the rest of the mansion. I guess we should actually do introductions before we.
We shouldn't. Yeah.
We
I would
should
be.
actually
You
do-
said we were dropped off like 2 blocks away, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not.
We're not like sitting in front of the guards. Like, so, how should we approach this heist?
Nice to meet you.
So what's up, y'all?
We're just like looking at the thing like.
Like tourists just.
Yeah.
Hello,
That
we
looks like
are
a
from
good
other
spot to
town.
go.
All right, so
I'm Trin. This is brother.
Nice.
yeah, what's up?
Nice to meet
This
you.
is Trin.
That's a cat.
My name's Mancho. My name's Mancho. This is my bro Trin.
Is that your actual name, or did you earn that name?
Mancho?
Yes.
Yeah, it's my name.
Oh, you didn't earn it?
Did you earn your name?
Yes.
What's your name? What's your name?
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer. Did you earn that name, Pfeiffer?
No, just.
Did you fife enough to earn that name, Pfeiffer?
I think he gave a $5 to somebody.
Maybe you gave
They,
some.
like,
Fi-
heard
no,
five.
it's not Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer with an F. 2 F's.
It's not a crappy website.
I just thought you might have munched. Never mind.
It's a goblin name. Got a problem with that?
Just unfamiliar with goblin names. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Pfeiffer, nice to meet you. Don't insult my name again, please.
What were your names again?
This is my bro Trin. I'm Pfeiffer. No, I'm not Pfeiffer. God damn
He's
it,
a
Pfeiffer.
five.
God damn it, Pfeiffer. I'm Muncho. Munch-O.
Oh.
If you want to know all character names and profiles except for his, because his hasn't been updated yet, there's a URL underneath the window.
I got a dash to my note here from last time. Didn't realize there's a dash in there.
Munch-O.
It's like me all over the arm.
Munchos.
Piglets.
Kitty kisses.
You. What's your name?
Warmer?
Warner.
Horner.
Horner.
Gotcha.
Warner.
Like that human. The horn.
How
The horn?
would one spell horn?
Ow.
HORNYAR.
We got him good last time.
Hormier. Oh, I've been there.
Licking! Licking!
And
Fine,
I'm
I'll catch it.
Riz.
GRIZ.
Whereas two Z's.
The tongue.
I was gonna say.
ZZ.
Like the band.
No, like the band.
Oh, their band called Riz.
Yeah, legit.
It's called Z. Oh wait, I thought it was ZZ Top for a second. I don't know why. I was just like, yeah, ZZ Top.
The band.
Of all people.
I didn't do it.
They're like Grizz?
Cool.
So would you guys like to meander for a day until it becomes night?
Just scope the place out.
We can scan it out from afar, like try and not be too conspicuous.
General
Yeah. We'll say-
perception
we'll-
Is
investigation.
this anybody's? Might be mine then.
No.
I'm gonna play catch with the dog. 10-foot pole.
Shit.
And like goblins aren't like out of place, just roaming the city.
No, so one thing is this is a very mountainous area. So goblins, dwarves, orcs, half orcs, and kind of like mountainous humans are kind of the main population of this region.
Mountainous humans.
Humanoids.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Humans are like rodents of the fantasy world. We kind of are everywhere.
That's true.
What do you mean, you humans? What do you mean, you humans? Huh, that 20 wasted.
I'm just preparing potions. You got that wine. I pour out the wine. That was not good.
Excuse me.
How close can we get to the building and just kind of scope out?
You can get kind of close, but as soon as you start getting close, the two guards get very nervous and start kind of getting antsy. So you don't want to get too close.
What about just like a walk by on the closest street? Or
You can probably do about 1 or 2 walk-bys before they'll kind of catch on that you're scouting. But.
Okay. I mean, no offense, my smaller green friends, but perhaps
We're friends now?
a couple of
Also, we're all small.
I think
Smaller.
I think
We're
they're
green.
smaller.
smaller.
You are green.
How short is a goblin compared to a dwarf?
Like what? How you say you were like what? 4 feet high?
I am relatively tall for a goblin at 3'5".
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how tall we are.
We're about a foot tall, or a foot shorter than humans, so we're probably about like 5'4"
Oh, that's it.
and a half.
I guess I'm probably look. You're only 3'5". You're only 3'5".
5'4" is
The
like
average height for a
regular
goblin's
human
3.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Like
probably
4
around
foot.
3'5".
We'll say
So it's
Like
5 foot or
3'3".
less.
I'm 3'3".
Yeah.
I took.
You're a little
I
taller.
went 2.5 and rolled a d12.
4, 5, yeah, 4, 5, yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could do the same right now.
I don't know, it's not like-
I think gnomes
I'm
are
gonna
even
be
short,
43.
like fucking goblin size.
Two
Tree,
degrees
tree.
on that.
I'm
Gnomes
tree,
are
tree.
similar to goblins.
Are we talking like WoW sizes? Or we?
I think
Wow,
it
size.
says in the descriptor.
It probably
but
does.
I'm
It
not-
does.
Okay.
Again, if you check the character sheets.
Some of us
I didn't
actually
write
wrote that down.
I did not write down.
I didn't
size.
either. Where are you write that?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
under
over
Oh, it
size.
is. It's right there. I skipped that.
Undersized.
I skipped a lot.
Size, you wrote small.
I wrote small because
Madam.
that's like mechanics wise. That's what it's supposed to be.
That's fair.
Compared to like all the other.
So, like, what's
races.
on the opposite side of the street?
Opposite side of the street, it seems to be back of another mansion. Looks like a garden maze area.
Ooh. Oh, fancy.
Very plush. Not as heavily guarded, but you can kind of tell that there are some like magical security measures because they're rich and they're flamboyant and they don't want anybody inside of the back of their lawn.
What about the neighbors? Who else is still left in sides?
There are neighbors. There is some good space of land in between the two. So you could if you were stealthy enough, you could probably walk around the perimeter without being caught. There's some gardens area. There's some kind of like labor. There's like a back patio. It's kind of like on this side over here. There's a patio. On this side over here, it's probably like a smaller garden. A lot of flowers, like a trellis, a gazebo.
How far is the general mansion from the road that we walked by?
15 feet.
I'm gonna cast detect magic as I walk by.
So you do get senses of both like kind of evocation and conjuration magic as you're walking by. You know that's mostly around for like detection spells, traps, kind of surveillance.
Okay.
You're not able to get too much since you are moving and concentrating, but you are able to manage to get a bit of that.
Okay.
I noticed you do that. You do magic as well. I play around with a bit of magic myself.
Yeah, it's about all I'm good for.
You sensing any traps there, dwarf boy?
Is it,
Most
is
definitely.
there like a side, like
Ah,
a
shit.
walk that goes on each side of the house?
Yeah, there's kind of like
I figured.
like pathways and stuff. So anybody, both patrols and the nobility, can kind of like peruse.
Trees.
Watch out! I'm gonna peruse.
It's hard to say.
idea.
What's up?
Play catch with the dog. Just throw the stick over. Go fetch the stick.
Go where?
Just into the backyard.
Into the backyard? Oh, of the garden place?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else is behind back there. I just want to check it out.
Why would I go back there? That's not the house we're scoping.
No, I mean, the house that we're scoping.
Wait, there's a garden back there?
You said it was a garden.
There's two walks on the side. I was just gonna check it
I
across.
thought you said it was the garden. I think
No,
it's
no,
the
So
no,
there's
not
a
a
garden.
house.
The neighbors have a garden in front of the house.
Just very good.
There's a garden behind, which
Okay.
you can see kind of from like your walk. You kind of just angle it, and there's a garden.
I overhear that, and I'm just like, why don't we just use that dog to maybe distract the guards?
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll be fetch. I'm not gonna fetch.
It's my flash.
Alright, that was my fetch.
I got this thing.
You got sick? Okay, cool. Yeah, that was that sick.
Is that big long?
Yeah, I telekinetic projectile the pole just like into the backyard.
Oh boy.
So just this like stick just goes flying over into the backyard.
And as soon as,
Want me to roll the hit?
huh?
Want me to roll the hit?
It doesn't hit somebody.
You
Go,
don't-
Alpha, go catch!
The guards over here do not notice the pole bolt. You don't hear any noises on the other side of the building.
Wait, you threw it over the whole building? Jesus, okay.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Yep. So the pole goes over. The dog starts chasing it. These are some really shitty guards. They do not notice.
I go after Alpha.
I go too.
Alpha, the stick.
Where
One of
are
the guards
you?
do kind of. He's like, "Did you hear something? I didn't hear anything."
Alpha, here, boy.
Where are we?
I'm like down the.
I'm assuming I'm on
like
this
down
side.
two
I
houses.
figured we were still like down from the front, like
Yeah.
after we did the walk by, and they're in the back.
Kind of like out of like line of sight of the building. Kind of
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Do we?
I'm trying to like not look like I'm associated
Yeah,
to
yeah.
these two.
Me and the other dwarf are just like talking about dwarf people.
I mean, yeah, I assume that, like, you and I, our plan is just like,
Ladies with beards, ladies with beards.
Or.
I assume me and Trainer were sort of just like, hey, yeah, the fetch routine, yeah, fetch, yeah, cool. And, like, we do that, like, not really telling them that,
Just,
like,
like,
we're
run
gonna
off.
use, yeah, not really telling them that that's, like, our plan to, like, start to try to maybe sneak in.
Did you just do get help?
Yeah, basically. Okay, so yeah, we're chasing after Alpha into the garden.
All right. So, as you guys are running, you kind of pass a lot of like shuttered windows and stuff like that. You do pass what seems to be some well-dressed people in the garden having a good cup of tea, and they're just like, "Oh my heavens! Who are you? Why are you?" As you just run right by.
Yeah, no, sorry, I've got a dog on loose. Sorry, we're trying to get our dog.
These two guards look down at like their hands and they're like, "We have an intruder in the back. The alarm runes have gone off. We have to go." And so they just kind of.
What else do we see on our way?
In the back, you see a beautiful garden full of beautiful trees and like it's almost like an orchard. A lot of like gazebos, and then there's like rows and rows and rows of like apple trees and stuff like that. Lot of abundance, a lot of like shrubbery, stuff
Lots
like
of
that.
thick shrubbery, would you say?
I would say it's very well groomed. Where if you hide behind a tree correctly, you could probably do it. But there isn't like a lot of shrubbery. There's a couple of gazebos, but it's mostly like orchard after like row and row.
But
and
plenty
row.
of like
No.
4-foot high shrubs and other things that I could easily hide behind.
More like taller trees with thinner trunks.
Okay.
No Knights of Meat.
Ping or Niwang.
Okay.
Okay. Once we get to the back, then I'm gonna make a stealth check and attempt to hide within the garden.
Won't be hard with these guys. Good lord.
Apparently.
I need another dice.
More dice.
No, mine. Can't have mine.
Dice.
Hey, here you go, my dice.
My dice.
I'm in the sack.
Was that yours? No,
No.
that's it.
Would you like
Ding, ling, ling.
Blue balls.
to with purple?
I gave it a hearty tickle.
Yeah, I've been playing with it.
I give that man a hearty tickle. What?
Ha ha!
Roll for heartily tickling.
Hardly
Is that,
take
like
me,
is
neighbor.
that a strength check or is that like a charisma check? I'm not.
Dexterity.
You You have such dexterous hands. Thank you. Oh.
Oh!
What is it? Abracadaniel from Adventure Time. Just turn and push. Turn and push. Just get away. No more tickles.
Let me know when you get that perception against my stealth.
I'm not being very stealthy.
What's your stealth?
17.
The guards bust through the door.
I'm not very stealthy, by the way. I'm just kind of yelling, Alpha, come back!
So they see you trying to, like, you just see, like, this shabby goblin. Hands freaking out back. Like, looking back. Alpha! Alpha! And the guards are like,
Alpha, come back here!
Goblin, what are you doing in these grounds?
My dog's trying to find a stick!
Well, they kind of, like, flank you. They're like, we're going to help you get that dog, and we're going to get you off the premises as soon as possible.
Alright, Alpha!
As soon as the guards have gone in, I want to sneak in the front door.
Yeah, we're all three. We're all like, you're like over here, and we're both.
Alright, split
Where are
the
you?
party.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
We're not even an hour and a half into the campaign, and we are, in fact,
Are you the tall wizard person?
I'm the tall one. That's just my only mini I have.
You don't want to just be like nearby?
Anyway.
Yeah, I'll just be nearby.
The second that happens, yeah, we definitely
Behind-
go to the
behind a
front door
tree.
and check the front door. Sorry, yeah, okay.
This being a tree.
Is that your weapon, a flail?
no, let me draw
That's a
you a
war
beautiful
flail.
tree.
Oh, I thought you had a giant
Happy trees?
club.
Happy trees.
No, I have a very huge flail.
Perfect. You just
That's
glue
a
that
very
on there.
happy tree.
Well, shit.
I need a
Tree?
friend.
Question mark?
Okay.
Could be a bush.
Or shrubbery.
Can we open the front door?
Go ahead and attempt to open the door, and you notice that they kind of like locked.
Kind of like that?
Yeah, so they're loose. They're not like bolted, but it seems like they're
Okay.
kind of like some sort of like mechanism that kind of like shuts the door unless you do something.
Perception around the area of the doors? Ooh. 20?
So looking at the doors, there are two large kind of like fold-out doors. They're not like they're two doors like this where they can open and close like individually.
Okay.
There isn't any other kind of like decorations around the doors. They're pretty minimal. There's also a rope to pull to ring a bell. What looks like inside of the building. And then on the other side, it looks like there's kind of like a makeshift mailbox or kind of delivery port for like postage and
It goes
letter.
into the house?
Yeah. And,
How
and
large
it-
is that?
it's about like that big.
There's thievery.
Like,
Yeah, no, but like I was
it's
looking under like
It's
skill
thin enough to get like
actions.
small
Oh,
like
pick a lot,
parcels
here we
through.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm big. I'm heftier than a parcel, that's for sure.
Are they-
you guys have anything that could get into a door?
It's still midday, right? Like,
We didn't wait.
I don't think we want to force our way in yet.
Okay. Thought we would.
Okay, can I see any like visible keys on the body of these guards?
Wait, did you knock him out
Perception.
already?
No, he's just.
I'm hiding
Oh,
nearby.
I see. You.
Nat
Oh,
20.
Jesus.
Nat 20? Yeah, one of them is wearing his like he's got the key like the generic like
The
key
old
ring.
generic lock key. Okay.
Yeah.
Then while I'm still in hiding, is that the one I'm like on the other? I'm behind,
We'll say it's the one that is painted.
and they're distracted by Trin. and
Yeah,
the
they're trying to hunt down the dog.
Okay. In that case, when they walk by, I'm going to attempt to pickpocket.
Don't hunt the dog.
You have like
And I
everything
have
you need
what
to
is
do
that
that,
fucking
right?
pickpocket skill?
Thievery, probably.
I mean, no, like I have a literal pickpocket
Oh, dude.
He's
skill
got like a
where it's like it
special-
makes
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
super easy for me to
Yeah.
pickpocket. Let me
You're
just double
like
check
feet
what
or
that
something
skill
like
does.
Go for it.
It
Doesn't it
picks
just happen?
pockets.
It like literally picks pockets.
Yeah.
it picks the
uh,
pocket for you. You don't even have to touch it. It's just like
It's like, whoop.
It rolls off the same thing as experience. You decide whether or not they get the
Yeah, it's like they
There's
don't,
a lot
they
in
don't
there
wanna
that's
fuck
like
up your
that, though.
campaign.
what?
There's really a lot in there that's like that.
You determine whether or not they get the prize.
It's
Just
bad.
Really, the DM guide is just one page with a big text that says, "You determine whatever."
It's like,
So
you
don't
decide.
don't let
Okay,
them
so yeah.
fuck up your campaign.
Pickpocket says You palm or steal. You can palm or steal objects that are closely guarded, such as an object on a creature's person or a loose ring. You can't steal objects that are actively wielded or that would be extremely noticeable or time-consuming to remove, like worn shoes or armor. So that's like the palm or steal object action. So I don't know. I haven't had to use these actions before, so I'm going to take a look at what they do. What is this? That's steal? No. Which section is this? It's skills. Okay, hold on.
Hold on.
Yes. Yeah.
In the meantime, are there windows like in this front area? Or all
No,
the
it's
windows
pretty
in the
bare.
front?
There's windows up front here, up front there, but there isn't anything directly like the front gate, which is really kind of weird.
Okay, now
So
that's
it's just like the
Shit.
doors, a doorbell, and the like post hole.
Yeah.
Thievery. Okay. Palm. I'm guessing this is steal since it's not palm. Stealing a small, usually negligible bulk object from another person can be very difficult. If the object is worn but relatively unattended, like a loosely carried pouch filled with coins, or an object with such. The steal DC to steal the item without detection is equal to the creature's perception DC. You can't steal an object that is more closely guarded. Blah blah blah. Success: you steal the item without the bearer noticing, or an observer can't see you take or attempt to take the item. So with pickpocket, it doesn't necessarily say like how much more easy it is for me to do this thing. It just says that I can. I'm not entirely sure. It's very vague. Why don't I have
Maybe you
pickpocket?
can't pickpocket normally.
Is that separate from just doing a thievery check?
Yeah, see, I don't know the difference between like having to do a steal check versus pickpocket, which says you can palm or steal objects that are closely guarded, blah blah blah. Like, so does that mean I normally can't steal or pickpocket? That I have to have this skill to steal or palm things?
Stop it. I don't know. Let me see that. Let me just see the
Let me just
wording on
bookmark
that.
this page real quick.
Hush now, child.
No.
Okay, so yeah, here's the page for pickpocket.
Soft on food or something?
Uh-oh, they're copying.
This is a weird occurrence even for me right now. Man.
What's happening?
Me too.
Good what?
Me too.
A kitty?
A whole kid.
I'm distracted with these cute kitties. I don't know what's happening.
Because like, I'm gonna be stealing shit a lot, and I need to know how it works, and it's very confusing in the book. Because that makes it sound like I can just like automatically steal things without having to roll the check, which seems like bullshit.
It does, yeah, so it seems pretty impressive.
Let me read it again. You can palm or steal objects that are closely guarded as an object in a creature's pocket or loose ring. So I guess that I would compare that to like the regular skill checks for palming or stealing, because I don't know what the difference between the two.
The-
I think thievery is like being able to steal something without anybody noticing. Pickpocketing is an actual feat that allows you to unlock the ability to go for those more kind of finesse pickpockets, and so you still roll whatever the check would be for that.
Okay.
But I think it just opens the option. It's like I'm thinking that like this game is more modular towards like not everybody can do everything, so that's what I'm going at right now.
Okay.
But if I am wrong and you're watching this, please correct us down below. This is still
Please
a new
do.
system.
I want to know if I can just like steal shit automatically. So that'd be so fucking cool.
That would be
Alright, so in that case, I'm gonna attempt to pickpocket this guy's keys. I really fucking hope this goes well.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Or would that be
There's a-
thievery?
there's a-
What's the
thievery,
Is it
yeah.
thievery? Oh yeah, there is a thievery. Roll a thief.
We'll assume he's already stealth.
Stealth.
Is he good?
21.
nice.
The guard's sitting there and he's going, "Come here, dog. Come here.
Come here, dog.
Come here, boy. Come here." Apparently, I have a new accent when I'm talking to dogs. Come here.
I mean, we all do.
Alpha, do you have the stick, Alpha?
And so you are able to unhook the keys and slowly bring them into the
Yoink! I say it out loud.
What was that?
Goblin
Mark,
hand
Mark,
comes
Mark,
out from
Mark,
the
Mark.
Okay, cool. I snatched that key.
I got the key.
He's really just really
So I'm imagining. No,
Hmm?
can't imagine it.
I mean, like, yeah, we're just standing in front of the door, just like, well,
Yeah, we're like basically thinking about leaving. I'm debating on leaving a tanglefoot bag kind of hidden. I don't know if that would do
What
anything.
is
What now?
that?
A what?
Tanglefoot bag.
What is a tangle?
Uh,
Tangle feet?
Tanglefoot bag.
Yeah.
Just one
Okay.
foot.
It
What's that?
it basically kind of like
It's like it's a snare that it's kind of like a bag of like, what is it, wiring and stuff like that that can get tangled up on someone's foot.
it's kind of vague in that, but it kind of like as if somebody was stuck, and they can't move. I have to look up exactly everything that happens. They have to roll against it unless there's something next to them. Like, I guess it probably only has the range that one person, so it's
Going
probably
off
gonna
the
be good.
Dungeons and Dragons version of it, when you throw a Tanglefoot bag at a creature as a ranged touch action, blah 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 blah, the bag comes apart and the goo bursts out, entangling the target and becoming a touch and resistance upon exposure to air. So it would essentially become like a sticky substance of tangle.
A bag of
I mean, you could do that.
A target is glued to the floor or unable to fly and can break free by making a DC check.
Basically. I just don't know if we're still gonna have to deal with the guards when we come back.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Or we could just like ring the doorbell, see who comes to the door.
Right now?
Yeah, the guards aren't here.
I
Who knows who
wouldn't-
could let us in?
But I feel like if we expose ourselves now, maybe
And
that.
we won't be like, hi, we're here to steal your shit.
But they might also
Fair.
wonder why the guards aren't here.
Yeah.
The guards aren't at their post.
That's not our fault.
That's true.
It's still suspicious.
One of us could act like a delivery person.
I'm
Do we
not
have
there.
anything that we could deliver?
I'm playing
A
fetch.
fake delivery of something? I wish I would have kept that one.
That stick is more than 10 feet.
We could have heard of the collection of Lord Blockthar, and we
Okay.
want to just see if it's available for viewing.
We're fellow adventurers or archaeologists.
Excuse me, mister. We're part of the junior archaeologists team, and we're wondering if we can see your archaeology
know their-
collection.
Hold on. Did we like notice their colors?
You mean gynecology?
I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe we should just get back in
No,
there.
I just want to. But just
Yeah,
did we
well-
notice the colors of the guards?
Did you notice the color of the guards?
I don't know. Do I have to like roll from memory? I mean, we're not here
you
anymore.
You didn't ask when I
Oh,
when they were
yeah,
out.
no, okay. But I'm just.
I'm
Taking
colorblind. I
attention.
read except the
Okay.
rules.
I forgot to turn on my color vision.
Wow.
Hey, we have color vision as long as it's not in the darkness.
Yeah, I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
Is it colorblind?
Doesn't everyone know
Oh,
that
really?
the goblins
We're
are
talking about real
colorblind?
life.
See shades of gray.
Yeah.
Well,
So everything's just
I'll
kind
give
of
you guys
grey
30
and white.
seconds to either stay with me or leave. I'm gonna ring this doorbell.
I'm out.
I'm out.
How's this fetch going right now?
Ding dong.
They're getting closer, but Alpha's still being pretty.
Ding
wild.
dong.
Alpha's being alpha. We're good.
Like an older lady
Golden
wearing the house colors.
The mason, yeah, the flail is just like dangling off my. I'm not holding it; it's just like dangling off my back.
An
It's
older lady
really
pops
close to
up.
me right now.
Might
It's like
give us some of the
Pizza
southern
Rider.
charm because of the
Oh, howdy.
Hello.
Oh, loud he comes.
multiplayer
Howdy,
fancy.
coming.
Oh my word! Where are the
Four
gods?
This is unfair.
My
It's 2 versus 1.
gosh. My goodness.
You are such a tiny.
You're gonna be a Tengu lady for some reason.
Oh, wow.
Is that a Hawkman?
Tengu.
Oh, Tango.
Tengu top and Gurrenlock.
She could be Black Dragon.
It's much more obvious.
You've made it to part 3 of this adventure already. You're 2 steps
How
ahead.
about Spider?
Hello, welcome.
Hello. So you ring the doorbell, and an older woman, probably about her 50s and stuff like that, shuffles up wearing a maid outfit with the colors of the house, which are a nice orange.
Yes, may I help you?
Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm just passing through the town. I'm new here, and I just heard that, Mr. Lord, Blockthar has a really great archaeology collection. I was wondering if it was available for viewings.
Oh, dear, I don't think you understand how this works. You can't just walk up to a lord's house and ask to see his private collection. You have to talk to them through better means.
Can I make an appointment?
Oh, you're just a sweet young girl. I can tell you that much.
just kind of hear her shuffling off, and give it about like 6 minutes.
We
She
like
comes-
peeking around the corner.
It's like, oh god, oh god,
We're
oh
just
god.
like, you like turn around, just like.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Hey, you still there?
Yes?
What I'm going to do is,
And she hands you kind of like a sealed letter. It's like, take this to a local place where they do business with letters.
Okay.
Notary?
Post office?
No.
Notary?
Post office.
Okay.
What's a fancy term for post office? Post office.
and you'll take this and send a letter to this address with this letter asking for permission.
Sherry pretty hard.
Permission.
For mishmish, okay.
And we'll see what we can do from there. I'm sorry, there's nothing more I can do for you, sweetie.
No, that's okay. I understand. Thank you very much.
Okay, you get on out of here, you whippersnapper. She's
I'm
old.
I'm like 3'2".
Alright, goodbye.
With the giant flails.
Oh,
The old lady didn't even notice.
Why the hell did that kid have a stick?
Can I, as she closes the door, can I try to wedge my toe in the door?
go ahead and roll a dexterity see for fast.
God.
I told you. About the word.
20!
Oh no.
You're able to just kind of slide your feet onto the door.
I'm imagining her foot's like underneath the door like comes in.
You'll give me one.
Like a cat paw.
Yeah. The foot's like, oh,
You take
no, wait.
1 point of non-lethal damage because it kind of hurts. It's a nice thick door, but the door is just cracked enough now that they will.
Your
stay
toes are
open.
just cracked.
She's fucking that hard. It's like slamming the door on you.
Hey, you stupid kids and excuses to see archaeology insights and archaeology and whatever.
Sticks.
Damn curious kids.
And those sticks that they always carry and
And
throw
their
in
pogs
backyards.
and the Tamagotchis and the cult of magic and excuse me.
Yeah, with my foot still in the door, I'm gonna turn around and like wild eyes like at you two and just like, what no?
Sorry, go.
Back to the goblins.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is there a back door noticeable from the garden where I'm at?
Roll. I need to stop doing my normal like roll signal.
10?
Yes, there is. It looks like kind of like a small patio where the guards came from. That.
Oh, so they went through the house. They didn't go like
Yeah,
around the
right.
building.
Here's a better roll signal.
They're like right behind me.
3 glass doors that are. I got everyone.
Anyway.
So 3 glass doors, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
The back door.
I'm gonna regroup with the others.
Gonna stealth back.
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth back.
Go and roll your stealth.
Actually, no. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna like stow the key so that it's gone, and they're like completely unavailable. And I'm gonna be like, Trent, there you are. Did you find Alpha?
Oh God, there's more of them.
Oh Jesus, no! I'm just trying. We're just playing fetch. We're just playing fetch.
That's brother.
This is my brother. This is my brother, Trent. We're looking for the
We're
dog.
playing catch.
Will you help him? Will you help him, Trent, find Alpha?
Just. We're trying. The dog is fast. Do you mind just calling your dog? Have you tried that?
I've been calling him Alpha. Come over here, Alpha.
Alpha. Alpha. Alpha. Hey, Alpha. Alpha.
You just hear a noble lady going.
We hear that from the front for sure.
Yeah, like,
I never have heard such a ruckus inside of my own neighborhood before. This is just. Oh.
Well, I'm gonna go around and see if Alpha ran back around to the front. So Trent.
With the dog blatantly running between the trees.
All right, Trent, you keep looking for Alpha back here. I'm gonna go look for Alpha up front. Okay? You keep looking for Alpha back here, Trent. Okay? Alpha's got to be back here or up at the front. Okay?
All right.
You know what? That's it.
I'm gonna get the stick.
All right, yeah, get the stick.
Ah, that's it. I'm getting the bow, and he just walks down inside.
No, you can't kill Alpha.
Nah, what you do?
I'm like trying to like hold his shirt back. No, Alpha's been with me
Roll-
forever.
Roll strength for me, please.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
It's a 16.
16.
You're using some leverage of like the patio thing. You're actually able. You're like holding on for
Got his
dear-
ankles.
You got like his cloak or like his apron or tabard or something. He's just like No, no! And he's just like,
You got hurt off.
all right. Do you have any meat or something we can use to lure the dog in?
I mean,
All right.
I threw my stick. I get off
I'm
on my
gonna go to
stick.
the kitchen, find some scraps, see if I can draw them in. At the door.
It sounded like somebody across the way.
That was weird.
I'm like scared now.
Brother. I mean, why don't you follow him to go get the meat?
Yeah, do you need me to come with you to get some meat for the dog?
We'll be fine.
Okay.
So he comes in, he goes and he starts getting meat. Takes about 5 or 6 minutes. Comes back and he has like a plate.
Like when he does that, I'm like looking in to like see what is it suspicious if I like look against the glass?
You're checking the door just in case.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not open.
No,
Yeah.
in case someone's like knocking on the door.
Oh, I see.
That was pretty loud. Like, bang.
Yeah.
It's not even 9 o'clock.
No.
Is it gonna be suspicious if I like put my head up against the glass to watch him do the
Just
kitchen
like-
stuff?
Yes, and the guard keeps trying to like awkwardly push you away from the.
Oh no, the
That's a
map.
map.
I know.
Not
Oh.
down.
There's 2 maps.
Not down.
Yeah, he keeps kind of like pulling you away from the door, but you keep kind of just. And then
Okay.
he pulls away.
I'm just gonna. Appa!
And then he comes out with some food, just. Kind of learn that the kitchen's like in this area over here.
Okay. Yeah, that was my point. I was going to see how much of the house I could scope out from the back door. Question mark?
Yeah, and he comes out and he got what looks like the Lord's dinner from the evening, which is a nice juicy pile of bones and fat, and he hands it to you and he's like, "Get that damn dog."
I look at it and. Alpha! I got some meat! Got some bones! I just give him a little whistle. I can't whistle right now. It's dry today.
That's how Trent whistles.
And Alpha just kind of like starts coming back. He already had the 10-foot pole the entire time, just running around with it.
I can imagine him smacking people.
Good. We're going to escort you to the front, and we're going to make sure that this never happens again. Are we clear?
Through the house?
No, around.
No, I was asking you, but okay. Okay.
No. Around.
No! Okay.
Okay. Ah, thanks, Al. Alpha, there you go. Good boy. I pet Alpha and I ruffle his hair. What kind of dog is Alpha?
He's a goblin dog, so he doesn't have a whole lot of hair.
Okay. I ruffle what little patches of hair he has.
It's
It's
kinda
just
ugly.
like rubbing like a naked mole rat, just
It's exactly the
skin
case,
just moving back and forth.
But I love it. Because
Yeah.
I'm a goblin too, and I love this dog.
I mean, like a patch of hair that's like really, really long though. It's like this kind of
It's like 2 or 3 strands of hair. Yeah.
Just like.
Maybe like Dante.
yeah, but with like 90% less hair.
I mean, just not to recommend you, but.
It's
Is
over
it?
Oh,
here.
there he is.
Oh.
Well, that's spirit form.
Activating spirit
Rest
form.
in peace, Dante.
We're just like,
Okay, yeah. The guards
we're
are taking
like,
us back to the front.
like,
It's still. Okay.
2 o'clock.
We're coming. We're gonna go back to the front now, right?
Alright, thanks for helping us find
Book
Alpha.
it back out to the street.
I will remove my foot from the door.
And then you just hear a click, click, click.
I'll run back to the O2.
Okay, and we meet up. We meet back up with them, out of sight of the guards.
On the street, on a hedge, like Scooby-Dooing.
Yeah.
like,
Alpha's
yeah.
now a spider.
Multiple
And then
things.
after a little bit, the guards take to positions.
Nonetheless,
You're so close. You're so close.
And once I meet up the group, I say, "Hey, you guys!" And I flaunt the key that I stole from the
Oh,
guard.
what the fuck?
Alright, let's do it. We gotta do this later tonight, right? I got the key, so we
I
can
was
find
in
a
all
way
that
in.
trouble trying to
What are we
open
gonna
the
do?
door.
What'd you guys do?
No, don't
What were
even
you guys
worry
doing
about
up
it.
here?
It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
We were playing fetch. That was the plan. What were you guys doing? You didn't.
So you were-
I almost got into the building, okay?
She got her toe in.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah,
Whoa!
no,
That was
almost.
okay, we gotta talk about these plans next time, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I guess we gotta talk about these plans. You guys didn't know what fetch was? Okay, that was.
I mean, if I know what fetch is, they
I
should
know
know
what
what
the
fetch
game
is.
fetch is.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go over our playbook in the future more,
Okay,
a
yeah.
little better. Okay, cool. Yeah, fetch usually means like, yeah, we're gonna distract the guards and maybe like steal a key or something. So yeah,
Oh.
fetch is like, yeah, we play
Steal a
we're-
key
or something. Like yeah, usually us playing fetch is us distracting the guards is like getting something from. Okay,
Well, Balls, that would have been nice to know to start.
okay, yeah, we'll get trained. We gotta go over our playbook.
Well,
Playbook
let's-
with them.
Go
Do we have to
get
go
an
to the
ale and
audibles?
talk this over.
Yeah, let's maybe go grab a drink and talk about our plan of attack.
Yes, because I imagine the guards are still gonna be there, regardless of key.
Is there a bar nearby?
We're in
I'm
like
sure we can
middle
About
class
half an
distance.
hour down the road into the.
Half an hour, jeez.
A
These
walk?
people live a half-hour walk
We
from
have
the
like a
bar.
whole day to kill.
That's actually not too bad. It's like 2
Yes.
miles away from here.
That's true.
They're also nobility, so.
I also
I mean, I have a writing.
time-wise, I think I have that out.
It's a good time.
Yeah, head out.
Yeah. Before the planning phase.
Yeah, I figured.
Sounds good.
Okay, I think that's a good point.
Everybody write your notes for shit you want to talk about.
Yeah.
For the plane.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Planning. Commencing.
Planning.
Fetch equals.
We're gonna need to figure out some audible calls and playbooks.
Just hand them a list that's just like barely scribbling.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's gonna be like words that equal this.
What
so
is-
fetch equals key.
What is walkies? I don't. Walkies?
What is running?
but what is a steppy step?
Okay.
So don't forget about the fast one.
Do the
Fast
planning
walkies.
section.
Planning. Next meeting we'll start with planning for the heist.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So
No
great
combat.
heist.
You guys are very, very good and not like. So most of my
Those
groups
rolls
would-
were very, very good on my part. I was
Like,
surprised.
really, really good at not getting to the point of anything.
Well, no,
Well,
okay.
it's like a whole manor full of people. Like I would like.
Someone
ruin the whole thing.
described to me that a group that avoids combat is more successful than a group that murders everybody in sight.
But murder hippies. Hippos? Murder hippos.
Murder hippos.
Murder hippos.
Hippos, that's
Hippos
anything.
are pretty
Yeah.
murderous.
I like
Hippos
the
are real
arm
murderers.
stance of this dragon, by the way.
Yes.
Just like.
Cat. I want a kitty.
Alright.
Anyway,
But that's
shall we sign off?
yeah. Sign
Shall
off.
we?
Thank you very much for watching. Let us know what you guys thought about this. Apologies for the audio clips. I'll try to fix them in post. So if you're watching this on YouTube and there isn't a first section and it's me talking as like a recap, that's probably what happened.
And what should they do that to that subscribe button?
They should smash it.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Comment, subscribe, and like, or like, comment, subscribe, or comment, like, and subscribe.
Follow us on Twitch. You know.
Snurb.
Subsnurp.
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 Anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will post coming up when our next stream will be for this. If not, watch it on the YouTubes.
These darn colors.
All right, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
So long. Farewell.
Say goodbye.